Pinball circuit activated.
The time has come for another legend. Do you have the magic?
Next project is Theater of Magic. This one, I've already taken the playfield out because I forgot to do an intro part to this video. I got too excited. But this is a game that's mine. I got it in a package deal. I got this and Funhouse for, I believe it was $9,000. They were both out of a warehouse. And so good working Theater of Magic is $8,000 to $9,000, I think. Once I get done with this one, I'm hoping, fully restored, it'll be $12,000-ish in value. I'm not planning on selling it, but it's worth it to put the money into it because you'll get the money out in the end. And that's, when you're doing restorations, if you can do them two ways. You can do them where it's a game that you love and you want to keep and you don't care how much money you put into it, or it's a learning experience and you're trying to learn how to do restorations. Those are all values in and of themselves. But if you're looking to just not lose money in pinball, and if you're going to do restorations and try and then resell games, which again, I'm not going to resell this one, but if I were, it's important to choose titles that will be worth it in the end, right? Don't go, trying to restore a Raven and think you're going to get your money back out, because you won't. So, with this game, I am in good shape to put a few $1,000s into it, and I'll have $7,000-ish into this game when I'm done with it, probably, and I'm hoping it'll be worth 10 to 12 by the time I'm done. Plan here, this one's going to be a little bit more involved. So almost all my restorations up to this point have been take it back to stock, use a CPR playfield, stencil or decal, etc. This one, since it's a kind of a grail game for me and I really want it to be nice, I'm going to do my very best impersonation of Chris at High End Pins. And I'm going to be really trying to make this the very best restoration I can. So I will be doing all of the connectors on the wiring the same way Chris does, washing all the harnesses, replacing everything. We'll have custom, not custom. I'm going to use the Brian Allen Theater of Magic. I'm going to use the Brian Allen Theater of Magic decals for the cabinet here, and I have the back glass as well from him. I'm going to get a custom panel made for my buddy Chris, who does my custom work. And then this, which is a European coin door, will be replaced with a American one. And then everything will be powder coated. I haven't decided on the powder coat colors yet. We're going to have to make that decision. And then we'll kind of go through the boards and bulletproof them and do all that. And then the playfield, I'm going to try and do the full playfield restoration on the original playfield. So the plan is I will be stripping it all the way down, doing the paint correction, doing the airbrushing, which is all going to be a new experience for me. I've never done that before. But I do have a buddy here locally who has done it before, so I'm going to rely on him when I get stuck. And then clearing the playfield, curing it, polishing it, and reassembling it. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to get a color D&D. I've got a pin sound to go in it. So it'll also get some custom music and soundtrack and stuff. And then once I get it done, the eventual goal is to make a custom topper. We'll see how that goes. That'll probably be a whole nother video series in and of itself. But the goal here is to get the playfield torn down, assess what it needs as far as restoration, so that I can get started on the restoration, because I think the playfield is going to take the longest. And while I'm working on that, once I get the playfield torn down and get this torn down, I can do the cabinet repair and decal it. That won't take that long. I do have new rails for it, and they'll get powder coated and everything like that. So, yeah, here we go. Here's the walk around on the theater. So we've got apron. I don't think this one came with a lockdown bar, so I'll have to find a lockdown bar for it. The playfield, you can see, has some unfortunate attempts at touch-ups. There's a little better color match there on that one. And then some more done here. The magnet here is kind of just loose. It's missing, there's a bracket, I believe, that goes here. I'll have to do some research and see where this goes, what happens to it. We do have the wire forms for it. Going to the back box here, let me just zoom out just a little if I can. There we go. All right, so here are the boards. These are all original, and they actually don't look that bad. I will end up replacing all the ribbon cables. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do all new Molex connectors since I'm going to do this one all the way. We'll do Molex connectors throughout. That's going to be a lot of rewiring, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. The light board is kind of typical. Missing a lot of lights, but we'll replace those. I'll kind of show you what it, well, let me show you this cabinet here first. So the cabinet is okay. It's not terribly damaged, I don't think. Got some significant issues going on here that we'll have to fix. A big chunk out of it right there. We will fix that. And then here's the side. Again, big chunk out of the bottom corner. And a bunch of damage here that we'll have to fix. More damage at the top. And then the back. I am actually, I believe there's a guy locally that has this silk screen. So when I do this cabinet, I think I am going to try and get it re-silk screened. I will reproduce all of those stickers so we can get that done. All right, so when you turn it on, it's kind of interesting. So you get a boot. Okay, you get a bong. That's all good signs. We go into attract mode, which is good. But then, that's what you have on your display. And interestingly, the display does not change at all if you unplug the ribbon cable. So I'm assuming that's just a bad scrambled display. There's something internally on this board that's bad. I'm gonna put a color DMD in it anyways. So probably what I'll do is buy the color DMD, put it on there, and see if we can get that to work that way. But you can see, I don't know if you can see that, it is in attract mode. So that is a good sign. And I think, I didn't even try to start a game. Yeah, it's probably wants some coins or something. So I think the boards are okay. It does seem to be booting. And I think once we get everything recabled and redone, we should be in good shape. Here's the inside of the cabinet. I will tell you, that playfield was heavy as hell. Not worked on a, well, that's not true. I did do a Star Trek next gen, but it's pretty heavy and difficult to get out. So I went ahead and disconnected all the connectors from the boards. So here's a better, get this ribbon cables out. Here's a little bit better look at the boards. They look pretty good. I'm gonna clean them up. I may replace capacitors and stuff on them. I'll do some research and see what the recommended mods are as far as kind of bulletproofing these. Nice that there's NVRAM in it already, which is cool. So, playfield is over here. Get kind of a better look at it. I'm going to start to document and depopulate this playfield. A couple other things I found. So this is all the way down to the insert. And then this is kind of bubbled up. And I'm trying to figure out if this is Mylard. I guess it is Mylard. I just have to figure out where the Mylard ends. I don't know. The whole playfield could be Mylard. That is possible. I just don't see an edge to it right now, but once I get the playfield depopulated, we'll take a better look at the playfield surface itself and see what things look like. It's going to be a project, not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated right now,